This is the story of a 20-year-old aspiring writer named Margo, living in Fullerton, California. Margo begins an affair with her married English literature professor, Mark, after he praises her writing and flirts with her. Her life completely changes after this brief, ill advised affair with him when she discovers that she is pregnant. Everyone around her, including Mark, advises her to terminate the pregnancy, but Margo decides she wants this baby more than anything. Margot's mother, Cheyenne, is horrified by Margot's pregnancy. She herself was also a struggling young single mother raising Margot while working as a Hooters waitress. Now older, she's working at a department store and is engaged to a deeply conservative religious youth minister named Kenny. Cheyenne fiercely loves her daughter and wants her to have a stable, middle class life. To maintain her standing with Kenny and his pious church community, Cheyenne has built an inauthentic persona and is worried that Kenny will discover about the baby born outside of wedlock. Father Mark at first cuts all ties, leaving her completely on her own. After giving birth to her son, Bodhi, the brutal realities of single motherhood hit all at once. Margot loses her waitressing job because she cannot afford childcare, and the overwhelming reality of a crying newborn drives two of her roommates to pack up and move out. Suddenly, she is unemployed, isolated, and facing an impossible rent deficit. In the middle of this absolute rock bottom, her estranged father, Jinx, shows up on her doorstep. He is a broken down former professional wrestler fresh out of rehab, looking for a place to sleep and a shot at redemption. Margot makes a deal. He gets the couch if he handles the childcare. Desperate for a cash infusion to keep her apartment, Margot takes a wild gamble and starts an OnlyFans page. But instead of the usual approach, she treats it like a creative writing experiment. She begins selling hyper specific, witty narrative fantasies, even interacting with fans by rating which Pokemon their anatomy most closely resembles. When her father Jinx finds out, his initial shock quickly turns into a bizarre form of parental guidance. He looks at her digital platform and recognizes the exact mechanics of professional wrestling. He teaches Margot how to build a larger than life online persona, how to script dramatic storylines to keep her audience hooked, and how to deal with internet haters exactly the way a wrestler handles a crowd full of heels. With a geeky, cosplay loving remaining roommate named Susie helping with the tech, Margot's account becomes a runaway viral goldmine. But as the money rolls in, the secrets get heavier. Cheyenne demands Margot stop. Margot promises she will, but secretly keeps the cameras rolling to secure her financial freedom. Online, Margot strikes up a genuine, deeply personal digital relationship with a high paying subscriber named JB, a mysterious, high paying subscriber to whom she opens up under a pseudonym. Meanwhile, Mark and his icy, wealthy mother launch a vicious custody battle for baby Bodhi. They use Margot's unconventional sex work as a weapon to prove she is an unfit mother. To fight back, Margot finds an unexpected ally in Lace, a tough as nails former wrestler turned powerhouse lawyer who fiercely helps her win her right to raise her son. The crisis peaks when Margot is aggressively doxxed, leaking her identity across the internet. The exposure fractures her relationship with JB, who is deeply hurt by her secrecy, and forces her family's worst fears into the light. Yet, instead of breaking Margot, the forced exposure liberates her from the exhausting burden of secrecy. Armed with working class rage and unconditional love for her son, she stands tall against suburban judgment and her ex's legal threats. She navigates her father Jinx's tragic sobriety relapse and reconciles with JB on honest terms. Refusing to apologize for how she survived, Margot fiercely defends her financial survival, ultimately realizing that she alone writes the story of her life.